I hope everyone is doing great. I am feeling great myself. I am almost 21 weeks pregnant, and the last few days have actually just been a boost of energy. I think part of the energy is also the excitement that literally tomorrow I will find out if baby S is a boy or a girl. So by the time this video does go up, I would know if I'm having a boy or a girl. But for today, the video that I will be recording is the old wives' tale to gender prediction. So I had watched this video from a YouTube friend, Nikki, who is also pregnant. Hi Nikki. It's really amazing having another YouTube friend who is going through the same thing as me, and we always just share pregnancy symptoms and whatnot. So I did watch this video and I thought it was very interesting to record one, even though it turns out that what the old wives had predicted for her was the opposite gender to what they actually found out that they were having. So I suppose for me the interesting thing is to know how accurate these wives are. Basically, it is a list of 20 questions relating to the pregnancy, and depending whether the answer is a yes or no, you'll be able to predict if you're going to have a boy or a girl. Let's get started. So number one is the linea nigra. That is a black line that runs across the abdomen in pregnant women. The question is, does the linea nigra stop at your belly button, or does it pass the belly button? I'm going to show you my belly. It goes past the belly button, as you can see. So the answer to that question is no, it doesn't stop at my belly button. So that's 1 point for boys. The second question is the belly bump. If you're carrying high, it is a girl, and if you're carrying low, it is a boy. So I've been told multiple times that I am carrying low, and I believe I am carrying low. So I will show you my belly again. So I am carrying low, that's another point for boys. Third question, skin. If your skin is soft and moisturized, it is a girl, and if your skin is dry, it is a boy. I have very dry skin. I've had dry skin literally all my life. Like literally as soon as I get out of the bathroom, I need to put on moisturizer. So that hasn't changed, and I suppose that means it is a boy. Fourth question is your hair. If your hair is thin, it is a girl, and if it's thick, it is a boy. I naturally have thick hair, and that hasn't changed throughout pregnancy. So that's another point for boys. Boys are winning. The fifth question is the weight. If you're carrying weight in your hips and your bum, it is a girl, and if you're carrying weight in front, it's a boy. Personally, I do think that I'm carrying weight mostly in front. David does say that he's noticed that my hips and my bum have gone bigger. I mean, I could say that I've noticed the same because I've had to get another size jeans, but I don't. In general, I do think that I'm carrying weight in front. That's another point for boys. The sixth question is the age and the month at conception. Combine your age with the month of conception. So I am 27 and my month of conception was April. So that adds up to 31. Apparently, if it's an odd number, it's a girl, and if it's an even number, it's a boy. So that's 1 point for girls. The first point for girls. Number 7 is food cravings. If you crave really sweet food, it is a girl, and if you're craving sour and salty food, it is a boy. So I've been craving really sweet food, and that's another point for girls. Number 8 is morning sickness. If you have, or if you've been having morning sickness, it is a girl, and if you've not had any morning sickness, it is a boy. So some of you know that I literally did not know I was pregnant until I was about 8 weeks, which means I had 0 morning sickness. That means it's a boy. Number 9 is cold feet. If your feet have stayed the same, you're having a girl, and if your feet have gotten colder during pregnancy, it is a boy. My feet have stayed the same, it hasn't gotten colder. That is another point for girls. Number 10 is the pregnancy glow. So if you're looking great during pregnancy, it's a boy. And if your glow has diminished during pregnancy, it is a girl. Okay, this is a tricky one. I do think that I'm looking great. I think I'm looking great during pregnancy because before I got pregnant, I just thought that I was gonna be so big. I'm gonna have like really big nose and really big chin. I have gained weight, but I still think that I look okay, so I'll go for a boy. And I have to go with what David tells me anyway. So David says I look great, so that is a boy. Number 11 is breast enlargement. If your right breast is larger, it is a girl. And if your left breast is larger, it is a boy. I've noticed that my right breast is larger, so that is a point for girls. Number 12 is acne. If you've been having facial breakouts, it's a girl. And if you've had no breakout, it's a boy. I've had no breakout. I've been taking particular care of my skin during pregnancy to avoid breakouts. I will do a video on my skincare routine during pregnancy. So I've had no breakouts, so I'm going to go for a boy. Number 13 is hairy legs. If your legs have stayed the same, it is a girl. And if your legs have gotten hairier, it's a boy. The hairs on my legs have stayed the same, so 1 point for girls. Number 14 is another belly bump question. So basketball versus watermelon. If your bump is the shape of a watermelon, it is a girl. And if it's the shape of a basketball, it is a boy. I'm gonna show you my bump for the 3rd time. So guys, it's pretty clear. I think that my bump looks like a massive basketball, so that's another point for boys. Number 15 is the Chinese gender chart. Okay, it basically lets you put in the age and the month of conception, and it predicts if you're going to have a boy or a girl. Now, the funny thing is, this was the very first thing that I had gone by when I found out I was pregnant, because I didn't even know this chart existed until my twin sister said to me, "Have you done the Chinese gender chart?" I was like, what is that? And basically I filled in the details, like just my age and the month of conception, and he said to me that I was having a girl. And this was before we got referred for the early pregnancy scan that changed my due date. So since then I've had to change the month of conception. So that has changed from being a girl to now being a boy. So that's another point for boys. Number 16 is dad's weight gain. So if your partner has put on weight, it is a girl. And if he has not put on weight or he has lost weight, then it's a boy. So the answer to that is no, David has not put on any weight. He's actually looking even sexier than ever because he's regularly going to the gym, and I like his thinking behind that. According to David, he says, listen, I have to be very motivated so that I can motivate you after you have the baby to go back to your pre-pregnancy physique. So he's looking better than ever. So the answer to that is no. I suppose that's another point for boys. Number 17 is headaches. If you've had no headaches, you're having a girl, and if you've had frequent headaches during pregnancy, you're having a boy. The early part of my pregnancy, Panadol was my best friend, literally. Like, I was popping those things every day because those headaches were real. So I'm gonna go for a boy. That's another point for boys. Number 18 is baby names. If you can only think of names of that particular gender, then that's what you're having. Some of you who watch our vlogs know that in the recent vlog that we released, I was referring to the baby as a girl because I basically just convinced myself and managed to convince David that we're having a girl. So we've gotten a name for the girl, and rather than referring to the baby as an it, we're already calling it the female name. So that's another point for girls. Number 19 is the baking soda test. So basically you have to pour your pea inside the baking soda. If it's flat, it's a girl, and if it fizzles up, it's a boy. So I didn't even bother doing that, so no point to any gender. And the last question is the string test. Basically, take your wedding ring, grab a piece of string and dangle it over your belly. If it moves from side to side, it is a girl, and if it moves in circle, it is a boy. So I'm going to do that now. This is my piece of string. I'm gonna take my wedding ring, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so I've put them in the string. I'm going to dangle it now. Okay, so guys, as you can see, that was going in circles. So that's another point for boys. This brings us to a total of 13 points for boys and 6 points for girls. We will see how accurate this is. I'm very excited to find out. As I said, by the time this video goes up, I would know if I'm having a boy or a girl. So to make it more interesting, guys, click in the description box. There is a link. I think it'll be very interesting to have a vote. For those of you who think that it's going to be a boy, vote boy, and if you think it's gonna be a girl, vote girl. So by the time we do the gender reveal, we'd know who's accurate, whether you guys, whether it's me, or whether it's the old wives. Let's see who's right. Okay, I think this is a very fun tag to do. So if you are watching this video and you're pregnant, and if you know of any friends or family who's pregnant, get them to do it as well. It will be an interesting watch to know how accurate this is. This brings me to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel, click the subscribe button for more updates on everything, and follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and also subscribe to my vlog channel. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next video. Bye bye. David and I are on our way to our first official hospital appointment because, as you know by now, I am preggers.